welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm kidding. And take two. Yeah, I'm kidding. This is not my YouTube channel, the much awaited in there like swimwear with Candice Modiselle. No, it isn't it. But if even something even better, I've partnered up with an amazing hair care brand, all things natural. Native Child. If you haven't heard about it, you're hearing about it today for the very first time. If you don't know the name, you'll probably find it here in the comments, in the caption, in the something, in the segment. You know, we give you all the information that you need. But of course, we are looking into the world of protective hairstyles. And if you haven't heard about protective hairstyles, it's something like this. And we're looking at how to protect a protective hairstyle. So technically, if your bodyguard were to have a bouncer, that's what we're gonna be doing right here. So my character on Generations The Legacy currently has this hairstyle right here. Her character's name is Lerato. So Lerato only the Braid twist, Afro twist, Mali twist, however you're more affiliated with the hairstyle. This is what the hairstyle is all about. But many people say, like when they see me, they're like, oh my gosh, Candice, we love your dreads. So the first thing I have to ask is, do you think I'm Candice or Winter? Let's for starters, let's go there first. And thereafter, once you figured out exactly which Modiselle sister I am, then I have to kind of break their heart and tell them that they're not dreads, but rather Mali twist, which makes it even easier because it's hair that you can take out, but put in. But in the process, as if you were driving a car, you need to make sure that it's fuel efficient and serviced. Just like your edges, just like your scalp, just like really everything to do with your hair. So how do we make sure that this hair is protected? Especially when it comes to if you're a character on any television show series, it's something called continuity. So your hair needs to be at its very best version of itself at all times, which means a lot of meticulous care needs to go into what we do, like the scalp. So one product that I really love, like I said, I'm not an expert at what I do. I'm not a queen of hair care, but maybe I will be very soon. But one thing is that I'm also learning in the process. So a product that I love so very much, I grew up hating it, but it's turned out to be the love of my life. You know about it. I said Brooklux, but something extremely close to it, castor oil. So Native Child has gone into, and I've actually put it on my Instagram as well. So you're definitely not new on my social. If you're on my social media, you're not new to me talking about how much I love this castor oil. So two things I love about this castor oil is one, it increases blood circulation. So the same way it circulates this system right here when you decide to consume it, it does the very same to your scalp. Hence, it increases in its growth. It increases, and not the growth that we hate. We know as ladies, I really like to say, show me, can I get growth? Oh, growth and show me. But this is a different kind of growth. So if you put this in your hair and you kind of just allow it to trace across your scalp right here. So because I don't have a mirror, it's a bit awkward. But I'm just gonna assume that I know my scalp like the back of my hand, and then we let it travel like that. So you do that. I don't even know if I'm doing it right because I don't have a mirror. So let's assume. So here, we've got some castor oil going on right over here, and then we go. Ooh, 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 and we're tracing our scalp with a bit of castor oil right over there. I don't know if you're gonna call it castor oil, castor oily, however you wish to call it. We're gonna do that right over there. And then we're gonna get me a mirror. Magically, mirror appears in 5, 4, 3, 2. There's a mirror right over there. See, that's what happens when you unset with people that knows. So right over there, if you can just bring it over this way, just tilt it down. There we go. So I'm gonna do that. So we're gonna put some castor oil over there. Okay, trace it across my scalp over there. I'm gonna trace down and smear it down like you're smearing some butter on a piece of toast. I don't know if I just related the scalp to toast, but we're just gonna paint the picture that clearly for you. So this always helps so very much. So I mentioned the fact that it allows blood circulation, increases blood circulation, which helps with the growth of the hair. But another thing is that it's antifungal and antibacterial. Hence, it works so lovely inside your body, but very similarly on your scalp and your edges as well. I've spoken about it on my social media as well. That is incredible for my edges. And more so when you have braids, you know, when you're at the salon and they're braiding your hair and you can just feel that they've gotten your edges and you have that stubborn tear in your right eye. This will always assist in helping your hair grow. I'm just gonna apply a little bit here. So what I do, I make sure I do this about 3 times a week. So before I sleep, I just put on a little bit of castor oil, and then I put on my native child hair bonnet, my cute little silky hair bonnet. So I just put that over there. I'm gonna put a little bit more. I know I said I normally do this at night, but for the purpose of this activity, I'm gonna do a little more now. So, I think the top might be falling. That would be a bit awkward. So I'm gonna put a little bit more over there. And it also makes laying down the edges a bit easier, because there's nothing worse than trying to lay down edges that are stubborn. I remember growing up and my sister would call them the jelly tot. So like when your hair, the texture of your hair just seems very stubborn and coarse, then this always assisted in a very beautiful way. I think I just missed down on the top over here. But you guys get the gist of it. I'm not going to show you my entire head and just putting castor oil on every corner of my head, but it's very important that your hair doesn't flake as well. So if you also feel like if you're like this, so if you're like styling your hair and you're like trying to flip it over real cute and you can see it getting dry and crusty and ashy, we're all guilty of it. It's very important that we take care of this, because if we do that and we ensure and maintain that level of security in terms of really getting your hair moisturized, then it will allow for it to grow. That's why sometimes when ladies unbraid their hair starts to fall out, or their hair feels extremely dry, or it feels extremely coarse, then it's very, very important that you moisturize it. I also learned something very interesting. Working with the Native Child team has opened my eyes in incredible ways, because most of us have grown up assuming that water dries your hair, because this happened. But it really moisturizes your hair, because we grew up relaxing our hair, we grew up straightening our hair, and in the process of that, we've really damaged our hair. I can't tell you enough how important it is to not relax. I mean, if it is your preference, if it's your choice in styling hair, that's totally cool. But it's broken and really thinned my hair in unbelievable ways. And since then, I stayed away from water, but I finally understood, and a lovely lady that goes by the name of Sonto has taught to me that if you spritz your hair with a bit of water, especially when it comes to something like braids, if you put a little bit of water on your braids, it keeps your hair moisturized and maintained. If you just put a little bit of water, if you have a little nice spritz bottle, put it on the side of your bed, put it in the bathroom next to the sink, after doing your hair, after laying down your edges, just go and you moisturize your hair with water. Contrary to popular belief, we're not going to be using those oil-based, very thick, coarse, mucky, I don't even know what to call it, but you know the texture. I want to call it that. Often we have those and we assume that that's the best way to go about your hair. But you also need to make sure that the hair inside here, your actual hair is maintained, so you can do it with water. If you're struggling to keep your hair moisturized and the castor oil isn't doing its trick, there's a lovely organic product right over here. I love it, Milk and Honey. Also, the title of one of my favorite anthologies by Rupi, it's called Milk and Honey. So similarly, this product right over here, you can also lay this down on your edges, but also lay it down throughout the scalp. It's got a shea butter base as well, which also keeps the hair refreshed. So you can just put that down, lay down your edges with it, and then you can also just put a little bit here on your scalp, and it really refreshes the hair, refreshes the scalp, and make sure that the protective hairstyle is protected. I do also advise you that if you are going to do braids, do not keep them for any longer than 4 to 6 weeks. I know we love it. I know when the hair ages, it tends to look a little bit bohemian. We feel like I'm an island girl. I feel like they got dreads, but it does break the hair and it dries it out completely. So make sure that you're very meticulous about how you maintain it within the process, but also ensure that you don't leave it too long. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, that's been me, and giving you guys a little bit of tricks of the trade in the world of protective hairstyles. I hope I've helped you. If not, that's also fine. I'll try and do a better job next time. But shout out to you guys that continue supporting Native Child and support me, Candice Modiselle. Love and light, happiness always, always, and always.